lot. Alright, so I don't think it actually got me cleaning my bedroom yesterday. But it's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so oh shit. Gosh. Just have a lot of things holding my lappy toppy. There's a picture that's usually right there next to my mirror, right? And it usually covers up whatever's behind it, which is a boxes full of clothes. But on that side over there where the corner's somewhat empty, and there was a bunch of boxes with miscellaneous stuff, like I don't know, lighters and shoe cleaner, just a bunch of random stuff. But anyway, so they're requesting that I put this whole escapade on camera for some probably funny, stupid, dumb reason. But anyway, but before that though, you know, this box that I haven't seen in a couple months, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it that means nothing to nobody except them. I think. There's a bunch of jots on random envelopes, names and socials. I don't really know what that's about. Varying heights, off limits. I think it's varying heights, anyways. It's just a random treasure. More fun with Black Web. Not a Dame. Notre Dame. 9426720. That's fascinating. Three Rivers. I don't know what that means either. I think it's a prison, I think. Not sure. Oh, and I found my hospital bracelets. Yeah. Every time I went to the hospital, couldn't actually prove what was wrong with me. Yeah. There's 5 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The only time I could prove was a 6 in there. There's a 6 in there. And it was a kidney infection. I knew that was what it was though when I went there. And it's just just a little note I wrote to myself, I guess. I need to read it. This is called a I forgot what it's called. Which one of these? Yeah, it's a precious thing. This is a battery that has memory in it. I'm not gonna tell you what's in it, but so she was not my likeness, man. I don't know why they're saying that in my writings. This is something SA something RA. It's my likeness. No, she's not. We don't look like. I don't even know that girl. Never call anytime. 2 years and whatever. So here's this. Right. Universal Illuminati Echelon Alpha to the Omega, which was actually a girls' union that I tried to start to combat the guys' union. And my wrist hurts again for some reason. That think they're better than girls, I guess. That they like to hire felons under the radar and pretend they're white when they're black. Not that I am not at all opposed to that happening, but when they look at you like they're better than you, it's like, Yeah, well, I see that black guy busting his ass over there, the felon. What is W2? W2? Do you know what a W2 is? You don't know? You forgot? You just list them on your credentials as an expense? Is it just an expense? Did you take it out of petty cash? And then betrayed equals unforgiven as Dragon Warrior. Sad face, lost gears. One syndicate, anomaly. I just want to toss it out of the universe. It says master license and service registration licenses. I do not know what it was for. Oh, a sole proprietorship, right? A business, right? Like sole proprietorship business, right? And I guess that's all we had in here. Besides this awesome pink eraser that I need. My drawing. Let's go over that. Some gay pen that I throw away. It's not gay. I just don't like it because it's not cool like the other ones I found. All right, so we got hospital bracelets in here and a bunch of absolutely nothings. Doesn't mean anything to me necessarily in this box. Nothing. I mean, other than the bracelets, like I don't really know what I was expecting to find because I know where most of the cool stuff is that I can actually say belongs somewhere. I don't know. What? Oh, I know. I can hear you talking from my headphones and they're not even on me. No, she didn't do that. I was that one. It's not even a girl. It's a guy. I know. I know. You know what's so funny earlier? My mom was talking about like she's freaking out, like there's stuff on the porch or whatever, and she doesn't want to get in trouble because there's extra stuff on the porch. And so I was like, I'll clean it for you, right? So I put like this table thing in her storage. Like, mind you, it's like pretty full, so to even fit it in there was a challenge. And so I put the extra stuff in her storage, and then we all decided collectively in my earphone that I should probably just clean her porch off for her, like dust it down, sweep it, like dust the edges, buffer the hedges, whatever we're not saying. And so I took her patio furniture off and I swept it all and got all the spider webs off and sprayed spider and ant spray and cockroach or whatever that thing says on it, and sprayed it all down with that. And then I swept her porch on the ground, but not just the porch. I swept all of her edges, And there's this little light out there. It's got like cobwebs on it or whatever. Because we don't like spiders. Like we don't like. Oh, did I tell you about the spider story? Was it even real, man? It kind of feels like a dream now. And I was laying here. I think I was trying to take a nap, and like right in front of me, this little black spider, like a little, like literally, like dude, there's no fucking way that a spider would have had a web on my ceiling right above me. Maybe in a corner, maybe, but not right above me. Here. Anyway, this little spider drives his train to go home on that side. That's a different situation. And a little spider drops down in front of me, right? It's like black, right? And I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my god, that's not. Is that real? Like, I'm half asleep, and I had my pad of paper in front of me and my pencil with a eraser on it anyway. And so I put the paper up to it to let it land on it, and I was going to smash it with my eraser thing. And then when it got close to the paper, it turned white. I'm all, a white spider? What are you trying to say, Jesus? Are you trying to make fun of me because I have vitiligo? Right. Black turns white or brown turns white. Like, I do have vitiligo. You can't really tell necessarily because the light's bright, I guess. But anyway, right here is the line. This is brown and this is pale, like super pale. Like every time I go outside, I'm like, bro, I'm like gleaming, like so pale white. Yeah, because it can't accept melanin anymore. Anyway, so I tried to smash it, and then I don't know where the spider went. It just disappeared. So hopefully I'm not sitting on it or something. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that whole situation. Just gotta bring up the camera because I don't want to be a bad influence in a different regard. Sorry about that. If you can even hear me, I know my fan's on. I need to turn it off. Oh yeah. But anyway, what I was trying to say is like, so I went outside and I was sweeping. Okay, so I didn't have to lift up very much heavy stuff. It was like a table and something different. right? But I'm sweeping her deck, and my back is hurting like all of a sudden. My lower back hurts so bad. Like I've just been like sweeping the deck of a ship for like 12 hours or something. Like it's hurting bad. I'm like, what the flip, man? There's no way that I can be that out of shape. There's no freaking way. You know, I mean, I know my liver's having problems and my belly's bigger than my fake boobs, but it's not because I'm lazy. It's just because I don't have a choice but to do what I'm doing. And you know so anyway, so I'm sweeping the deck or whatever, sweeping the ceilings and stuff, and I sweep her stuff out, spray it, and put it back or whatever. And my back hurts so bad, right? So I mean, it's hurting pretty bad, but I won't take meds for pain at all. So I just laid down and took a nap. And I woke up, and now my back is not just my back hurting, dude. It's like my upper back, my lower back. This part of my leg here hurts. I'm all, what the fuck was I doing? Some lunges? Like, what the hell? Why are my legs sore, man? I didn't do shit with my legs. I didn't lift anything. Like, my legs hurt right now. My back hurts. My leg hurts. Like, everything hurts. My whole body feels sore. And I'm like, brain, bro, all we did was sweep the porch, man. We just swept the porch. We didn't work out. We didn't do any squats. Like, it's just fucking weird, dude. It's just weird, man. Your brain is a weird fucking fuck off, fuck around situation sometimes. And like the back of my arms are sore. Like, are you serious? Like all through up here, through my traps or whatever. And I was like, why? Because I literally swept the cobwebs off with a broom. It wasn't even a heavy broom. It wasn't even like the push broom, There was no weight to it at all. But I'm sore everywhere. It's so weird. I can't even take it because I can't prove it. Okay, so what my goal is to get through some of the clothes behind that picture. But first, I have a dirty clothes pile over there in the corner, right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to throw some of those in the laundry because I'm really bad at doing laundry. Like, it'll just sit there and pile up, and the next thing you know, I'm looking for a pair of underwear. I'm like, shit, guess I'm gonna have to use a bathing suit. Woo! Anyway, so I'm just gonna put some. Because I don't have viewers, I don't have subscribers. This isn't for people to watch online right now, because it's not for points. I'm not getting your hearts and your loves and all this stuff over here in your chats or whatever you guys do on YouTube. This is a video diary for me, and I made a new one recently, and I'm gonna probably start yeah, putting stuff on that one. But I think it'll be more, not some BS. Like, whatever I'm doing today is just nothing. Like, it has no meaning. It's just me recording where I'm at, what I'm doing, what I look like, and like I've been doing for like over 2 years now. But anyway, um, by the way, thank you people up there for fixing my other Tiffany Browning. Wait, Tiffany Browning. Click the live tab. I think it says my whole name. Tiffany Browning. Click the live tab. YouTube channel, because they did gain stalk me from over there, and made it so that I couldn't even record a video, let alone go into manage videos to where you can go and see the dates that you recorded them, right? So that's one of the reasons why I started putting dates in the front. So anyway, I couldn't even go into manage videos and like go into last year, like this date, like where was I at last year? Where was I at the year before that? You know what I mean? And so I couldn't do that in court, or just on the ground where the humans are at. Yeah, they fixed it, so thank you for that fix there, but I appreciate you. Big thumbs up on submit. So I did bring my speaker in here. Last night when I was doing the cleaning, I was just listening to it on headphones, music. We were listening to like old school music, like 1960s, 1970s, like Yes and the Eagles, like rock or whatever. But anyway, I don't know what we'll listen to today. Hopefully they don't take it off before I'm able to list it in the credits. But if they do, that's just meh. My video got taken off the internet and flagged as something different. Misunderstanding of not knowing what you're fucking saying, computer system. Right. I read the Bible, right? And in the end of it, it says something about getting the mark of the beast, right? And I look up, this was a couple of years ago, and I look up what beast means, and it's B.EAST. Anyway, beast is, it was a big, huge brain computer in Brussels, Europe, called the Cloud. You know what the Cloud is? Yeah, I know. See, these people understand. There's so many meanings behind that. Um, like when you take a picture, right? You save it to Google. Okay, well, somewhere in there, it's your phone, the cloud, and Google. Okay, Google and the cloud are up here. You're on the ground where the humans are at. The cloud is what controls what's saved, in the computer systems of everyone. And it's way up there. Like it's 7G ish, maybe even 9G. I'm not sure. But anyways, so it's like you got the mark of the beast, and when Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and he tricks you into thinking that he's the one, like the I don't know, the one that can save you, or he's gonna pay you or hush money. I don't know, man. It's just you get tricked by the government and or people on the ground, or maybe even a prophet. Like they on the Bible, they said it was a false prophet, basically, like a man, kind of like when Jesus was in the Bible, come and he could heal people through God or whatever, and they all thought he was, I don't know, some different, better than them, so they crucified him. But anyway, um, yeah, so it's like the end of the world ish. Like, yeah, kind of like a president. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, the president comes along and he's promising all these things. He's gonna fix this. He's gonna do that. Everybody's gonna get extra money and all the shit. And it's called the mark of the beast if you believe it, I guess, or if you put your heart and soul or mind into it, you got it. You know what I mean? So you might as well just put 666 on your forehead. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm ready to like clean my room with 9999 7777. But anyway, yeah, in the Bible, yeah. And it says like, and it's something about, I mean, mind you, I haven't actually read Revelation since I was in middle school, but I remember it saying something about like in the end times, something about there'll be scrolls or something, and seven scrolls. There's seven scrolls, and if they open them, like something bad's gonna happen with each scroll that's opened or whatever. And it says something like God had his foot on the earth and in heaven at the same time or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like, and then it tells you like all the trials and tribulations that are supposed to happen, like locusts everywhere, and the sea turns red. There is a Red Sea, but anyway. And full of blood, I guess, and it's just a bunch of bad stuff, at the end of the world, before God supposedly comes and takes his Christians. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like, so you take their spirit out of their body and they die, or you just mark them for when they do die, they go up there, because we're still down here, sir. Jesus, God. The seven signs have definitely been broken in some way or another, and some of us are going through it when we're not supposed to, like me. I'm a Christian. I do believe in God. I'm not 100% sure that I believe it exactly how my mom believes in a lot of Christians and Seventh Day and all those other ones exactly like that, but I do believe there is one, because I've seen miracles, like literal miracles. You're just sitting there like, the fuck, the the fuck, like you're just baffled. Like there's no fucking way that there was not something up here making that situation heal or fix or whatever it isn't. You know what I mean? Like there's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's several miracles I can't talk about, but one I can talk about was, um, after my dad left, he left my mom for her sister, or whatever, and he moved to Arizona, right? And he moved to Arizona partially because that's where she had been, but on second note, because they couldn't extradite his child support from Arizona to Washington State where we lived. so he could keep his job in a different plant. He was a truck driver for um, things you pour out of the back of it, not long haul. But anyway, um, and so he moved there. Yeah, where scorpions are. Yeah, and so anyway, and it wasn't that my mom was a bad mom or didn't deserve the child support. It was just he couldn't survive by trying. It was like 1,000 a month. Yeah, they wanted him to pay like 1,000 a month, or 800 a month. What? I'm trying to tell a story here. Um, but anyway, sweetheart, I'm not your mom. I mean, I would be your mom if I could, but chances are you wouldn't want me to be because you're too busy decimating my character all over the goddamn motherfucking internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna down for the ball. Okay.
I thought you was gonna play your speakers. I am. I just didn't start yet. I should probably turn my music up now so you can get used to it, maybe.
Yeah, and I can tell if it's too loud.
Okay. Anyway, so my mom, she said she's gonna take a nap because I told her I was gonna play the music, and if it was too loud, then she could come here and tell me nicely to turn it off without pissing me the fuck off because it's daytime, and she does that sometimes. Like, I'm just gonna work with my mom, you know what I mean? And she's 79. Yeah, 22 years of marriage. She left her for her sister. And us kids, we didn't know anybody else. It was like my mom, my dad, my aunt, and my uncle, and us cousins. We were like brothers and sisters. It was like the best family life ever. We lived up on a mountain and everything, like 1,500 feet up. It was like a half an hour from town, building forts in the forest and all kinds of fun shit. And then all of a sudden, Uncle David moves to California and tells me, he's like, I can't stay here, sweetheart, because he was my uncle, like a second dad almost. And he said, I don't know, I'm not trying to get fucking emotional right now. Fuck. Um, he said, um, baby girl, I gotta leave, um, to Cali, where my family's at, because if I stay, I'll end up killing your dad. So he did. He left. He moved to California, and we all looked at him like he was fucking crazy, dude. We didn't believe nothing he said. We didn't believe a goddamn fucking word he said. We didn't believe nothing. We're like, there's no Uncle Bob and Aunt Betty. There's no fucking way, dude. They're not cheating, dude. You're tripping. We're looking at him like he's tripping. A couple months later, he left my mom and moved downtown Vancouver, and we were stuck up there by ourselves. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and he was a provider for the family. So I can't remember if he paid the bills or not while he was down there. But anyway, um, next thing you know, she's living with him in this cockroach fucking apartment down there, and then they end up moving together to Arizona, and you know I remember visiting my dad down there, and I thought it was kind of cool, like, oh look, this cockroach apartment, but it had some indoor pool. I don't know. It was down there off of like Fourth Plain, and I don't know, man. I forget. There's a park next to it, a big one, Waterworks Park, I think is what it was called. I remember the first time I went there. I went with my little brother, and we stayed the night, and we went out at night. I don't know if he went with me. I can't even remember, but we met these kids or whatever, and we went up to like, I don't know. We went somewhere, and in these trees somewhere.
I don't hear anything.
I know I didn't start it yet. I'm sorry. I'm talking on the video still.
Oh.
I'll play the music.
Can you just listen to it on your earphones?
No,
You're
not this time. Hold on. Just hold on. Just a minute. Okay. It's on. probably gonna have to shut the door and be in the on the couch.
No, it's just a low thing.
It's not going yet though. All the way. That's just the intro.
When I need space, that's where I go. A place to escape that nobody knows. Where I feel free to let things go and face this evil that burdens my soul.
I'm sorry, I'm
Bring
taking
my
the down
hatred,
the bench.
I
I
pack
got
my
it. Go sit on the
pain.
couch until I
All
get here.
the emotions
But you have to have your
I
TV
cannot
on.
explain.
Well, when I lay down, remember I told you the commercials come on, it's loud, so I have
Like, can you just put it on like the inspiration channel over there?
yeah,
On that lonely dirt road,
Mom,
I needed someone
can't have a cake in
my
the too. I'm trying to clean the
mistakes.
room.
I didn't want my family to see me cry. They'll never know I'm carrying all of this weight. Dealing with the pressure of trying to provide. No sign of struggle can show on my face. They ask if I'm okay, I just flash them a smile. Fire up that engine and take me away. I'm speeding through emotion with every
No, I can't hear
mile.
you.
On
Doesn't
that
good.
road is where I find my peace. I remember Daddy told me about some times like these. On that road is where my mind's at. I keep driving like a wave, rejecting change. So when I need space, that's where I go. A place to escape
What the
that
fuck?
nobody knows. Where I feel free to let things go and face this evil
Nothing.
that
I can't
burdens my
explain what just
soul.
didn't just happen.
Bring my hatred, I pack my pain.
No. Okay. So, anyways, I forgot. Okay. So anyway, the stacks. It's called um. It's called Lonely Dirt Road. I do love Dax. Like I didn't necessarily love Dax before that. I thought he was very talented, but he wasn't exactly my genre. I don't know, man. He was a little uppity for me in his past, but now he's more heartfelt. There may be Jesus in there somewhere. I'm not sure. But in any case, you know, like I'll try to show you some like a little bit here and there at some point. But it's just my diary to myself, so who cares, right? Okay, so just so you know, I'm just gonna get this over with. I have gained a lot of weight, and I don't eat bad at all. I do have fake boobs and a padded bra on. Um, I don't know why. I'm too afraid to ask the doctor. Why? Uh, because last time I went, she said, "There's no fucking way." She didn't say the F word. She's like, "There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. You're just here 2 months ago. There's no fucking way. You even gained 12 pounds. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. We're gonna go reweigh you right now." And anyway, it was in kilograms, so I didn't actually ask her if it was different after I took my shoes off or not. But you know, all I know is they're like, "Okay, well, it's that time. You got to do blood work," and every time they have a hard time finding, you know, and I don't like being poked by those. They hurt a lot, and something about picking up a poop stool out of the toilet and putting it in a bag and sending it in. I gave her my address, and it apparently went to the wrong address and got sent back to them. So they're calling me like, "Just so you know, we received your package and it was empty. So can you please call us and update your address and stuff?" So anyway, it's just weird. This is a bunch of fucked up coincidences. Okay, so anyways, so fuck. Okay, so yeah, me and my brother went down there and hold on. So me and my brother went down to this place where these people were hanging out. I don't even know for sure if it was my brother. It might have just been me. Okay, this was literally 8th grade. I was in 8th grade, like super innocent girl, like, you know, I up on the mountain. You know what I mean? Like I went to school in Hawkinson, Birch Prairie. Like, come on, Little House on the Prairie, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, and my parents were Christians. My mom had a Christian daycare. My dad was an usher at church. So, you know, like I had no idea about nothing. But anyway, um, um, yeah, so I think it was probably the first night I went to, yeah, the first night I went to stay the night there. um I don't know, I can't remember for sure if my brother's with me or not, but anyways, my brother's like 2 years younger than me, I think. So in any case, um I went outside, I guess, to play, and some teenagers around my age, and we walked up to Waterworks Park, and in this little cubby hole or whatever, and there was a bunch of people sitting in a circle. And so I went and I sat there, and you know, they're spraying spray paint. I'm all, you tagging? Like, what are you doing? I'm just looking at them like I have no fucking idea what they're doing, right? But all of them have this black shit on their face. I didn't even know what tagging was back then. Anyway, they're huffing it. Yeah, huffing paint is what it's called. Apparently these days, um, they were huffing it and getting high, and so I'm looking at them like, you fucking idiot! Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm just looking at these people like I'm kind of scared because I've never been around, anybody besides my normal friends and my family, and I'm just like smiling. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Thanks. I don't want paint on my face, motherfucker. No, thank you. I don't even remember exactly because they took it out of my white brain matter, but it's something like I think they took a spray paint can and they sprayed it in like a paper bag or a plastic bag. I can't remember. And then they would breathe in. And I remember when me and my stupid ass friends were younger, we would do the same thing with air freshener in 8th grade. Yeah, me, Rachel, Christy. And all like you, yang, 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 yang. It does kill your brain stems, but I don't think you can die of air freshener. But anyway, so I had an idea of what they were doing, but I wasn't sure why because I never used spray paint. Then we use air freshener. I'm dead, cooked, I'm roasted. Anyways, all right, so I know I feel like I need to play the music out loud so that my mom doesn't get woke up. Dear alcohol, to dinner. This will be a box later. Oops, yeah. Whoops, that was a fuck off. Final credit. Dang it. It's nice. Okay. See video to playlist. Watch later. Alright. No, this Dear Alcohol, I don't think I've actually heard that one yet. But anyways. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I already did this in a different video, but sure. Why not? Dax. Search. Dax. Search. Joker, I think is what it's called. Joker. Because it's showing his new stuff that I've watched recently. Joker. Not Honey. I don't even know. Can you even hear me? You probably can't hear me. It's not like you're going to talk back, computer. You have some fucking fans on over here. I don't know what just fell on the floor, but something did. Alright. So turn the fan off. Joker Returns. Something different. Joker lyrics. It's not the song, though. Dear God. There's another watch later. And he's carrying a cross. In my life. I bet I forgot you were fragile.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot you were fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. I forgot that I'm the villain. I forgot that I've always spread positivity, but you think I didn't. I forgot that hatred stems from people who hate their own existence. I forgot I'm better off alone. I forgot I care for everyone's happiness, but forget about my own. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot you were fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. I forgot that I'm the villain. I forgot that I've always spread positivity. Yo, studio's closed. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot you were fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. I forgot that I'm the villain. I forgot that I've always spread positivity, but you think I didn't. I forgot that hatred stems from people who hate their own existence. I forgot I'm better off alone. I forgot I care for everyone's happiness, but forget about my own. I forgot I spend every waking second on my phone. Come join my circus. I'm recruiting. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying.
I think we won the trade.
Give me the beat, I'm a knife. Give me the pen and the bag. Give me a couple of stands. Give me representatives, but I'm taking no more in the bag. Give me the pen and the pen. The money people loving me and call upon everybody you give up on me and tell them to come and tell me whatever they smoking, man. I'm sick. But I think you know that already. You call me.
I think we won the trade.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
Strikes 12. Midnight arrives. Hold your guns and sharpen your knives. There's a grand prize for the bats, the
you're
mire.
insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
Hey, think you seem crazy? Well, yeah, I'm too crazy, Jay. I'm the king of all crazy, the king to end all crazy.
you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're
Nice one.
saying. But
Good job. Thank you, Nerida.
you're insane.
You
You're
let,
in
you
pain.
let somebody get on there that
You're saying.
you wouldn't normally.
Not in pain. No. I don't know where you got that info from, but it's false. It's not true. Not true. It never will be true.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives. Hold your guns and sharpen your knives. There's a grand prize for the bats, the mire.
you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
Hey, think you seem crazy? Well, yeah, I'm too crazy, Jay. I'm the king of all crazy, the king to end all crazy.
you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
I'm not in pain. No. I don't know where you got that info from, but it's false. It's not true. Not true. It never will be true.
you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're insane. You're in pain. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But you're insane. You're in pain.
Nice.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
See, that's the tight shit enough, right? That's what I mean. He's tight like that, though. Because it's just like on YouTube or wherever he does this at. Yeah. But after that, he turned a little bit more towards up there.
come join my circus.
So maybe it's how he was the whole time.
You're
I just didn't
insane.
realize
You're
it.
in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But you're insane. You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. But
Strikes 12.
Not in pain.
Midnight arrives.
I don't know where you got that
Sharpen
info
your
from,
knives.
but
There's
it's
a grand
false.
prize
It's not true.
for the
insane. You're in pain. I can tell by. What'd you expect? Did you think I wasn't into what you were saying and didn't see all the disrespect? Do you think I'm not human, have no feelings? Or maybe you think I'm fucking weak and now I'm bleeding? Maybe you think I'm just too good and that I'm fucking cheating? Or maybe, just maybe. What'd you expect? Did you think I was?
Anyways. Yeah, right. It's insane. Like when I mean, granted, I do like, outlandish music. I like things that make them stand out. I like face paint. I like headbanging. I like rap with cool cars but at the same time it's what I grew up with, was normal stuff like, Too Short and Tupac, you know what I mean? Like normal rap, it's just like kind of like that about their life stories. And it's not that you ever wish that you could be that. It's just that, it's not what you were. You know what I mean? So it's like it intrigued you. You know what I mean? It's like it piqued your interest. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, whoa, weird. Like I could not imagine being like that. You know what I mean? Like whoa, whoa. And I'm like a tomboy sort of. So you know, like I could not imagine ever being a drug dealer or somebody that even you know did anything wrong ever or got locked up or shot or whatever. 50 Cent's over there with Eminem, and you know what I mean? It's like it's just funny. And the other day I was in my car with my daughter and she's playing this song. I'm like, I'm looking at her. I'm just driving. I'm like, I'm just waiting to see if she knows for sure who she's playing because it was one of my favorite artists. I'm not gonna say who it is, but anyways, like just keep looking at her and I'm like, is this so and so? And she's like, yeah. I was like, the fuck? You like this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god. I'm done. Just throw me on a barbecue right now, bro. I'm done. I'm finished. Like, fucking finished. She's literally listening to the music I listened to growing up and when she was a little girl. Yeah, yeah, because I raised her till she was 6, I think, with my ex, and then he left me for someone else, and which is fine. You know, we were together 14 years. It's not what it was, but anyways, you know, we have a good relationship. But after that, my life went significantly downhill in that regard. And so she was 6. I did drugs for a while, and then I got off drugs 4 years ago when she was 10. And I'm now sitting here, and she's about to have a quinceanera, which is 15. And I still can't function like a normal person. Because of what I'm connected to, but anyway. Happy dog, happy dog, happy dog, happy. Anyway, so China Lucas. You want some ramen? I don't know, it's like a Big Dipper mixed with a shopping cart. That one. No. This is a stupid thing. I just be watching videos back. I'm like, dude, my bar is sticking out of my fucking cheek. How annoying. Like, I just want to seriously just want to like push it back in. I'm watching my videos and it's just sticking out. Like, dude, I got my cheek pierced almost a year ago. I'm supposed to go back and get the bar shortened. You know, it's $25, but $25 is a lot to somebody who's on disability because of them. You know, anyway, I got off drugs and I quit drinking. I used to drink half a fifth a day by myself in my apartment until the dealer would come and, you know, smoke with me or whatever, and I'd sober up. And then I just wait. It was the same thing every day. It's like drink a half a fifth, wait till nighttime. He shows up, 20 minutes. He's there 20 minutes, and then he leaves. And you know, we get high on that fucking cocaine or meth, whatever you want to call it. And then I'd sit there until I couldn't sit there no more, and I'd end up passing out. You know, you just sit there like, which is not the same thing as passing out on heroin and blues on foils. Like that's something that just happens. Yeah, no, this is like I've been up for too many days. Passing out, I'm trying to wake up. I wish I could have my life back then on record. It would be the same thing as it is now. It's literally the fucking same thing every fucking day since I got off drugs, and I still can't function normally. Disability checks come in every month. I keep getting scared that they're going to turn it off because I can't actually prove. Because I denied the schizophrenic title. I said it's multiple profile disorder from feds and narcs and rats and paid informants and whatever. They're not over there in Portland. And Portland's just sitting here like, I mean, I didn't cross the bridge with her on purpose. You know, I didn't even know that she wasn't in Oregon/Arizona in the fucking ways. So like that. So I mean, like my friends that played the game or whatever, or had been in trouble before, they knew something on the ground, but nobody ever told me nothing. Like I was new to the group. Like that's what I mean. Like I got thrown into this situation, because when so we broke up. I lived in my car for a while. I met this homeless kid in Salem. I got stuck in Salem for a while, and then I moved back to Portland, and living out of my car again. Met somebody else who was not homeless necessarily. He lived in a hotel, so he you know, he helped me out or whatever. I watched his stuff, and he had a girlfriend and everything. So I was always a third wheel, but either way, it was cool. And then he went to prison, and so I met this other dude, and he lived at his apartment with his girl, and they let me stay there. Then saying like, if you work for him, for the boy that I was friends with, you know, in his junkyard or whatever, be his assistant basically, you can stay here for free. You know, no strings attached or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So that's what I did for a while. Then he moved to Arizona, so that I was once again homeless, living out of my van this time, because when I first became homeless, I had an SUV, but the transmission went out when I was in Salem, and the transmission went out in Salem. We would literally have to push it in neutral from place to place. That's Parmesan cheese smell. Push it from place to place. You know, when the cops would come and be like, why are you parked here? You know, you're not allowed to be parked here, homeless bitch, or whatever they weren't thinking. And, you know, and so we'd have to push it. Yeah, after being a stay-at-home mom, 14 years, no drugs or nothing. Anyways, we'd have to push it from place to place, or find somebody that could tow it, you know, somewhere different. And eventually, my brother came and towed it back to Vancouver. And, I ended up getting another vehicle thanks to my ex. He bought me a van, and I lived out of that there for a little while, and here, back and forth, because I didn't want to be by myself in my car. And he was still the kid that I was with. You know, he was homeless too, and so we do it. So, anyways, I left him eventually because he turned out to be a little bit crazy and likes to punch windows a lot, to where you are afraid to drive down the freeway because it's gonna cave in on you. And I met this dude, and then I met him, and then I stayed with them. So I did that for a little while, and then they moved to Arizona, and I was back homeless again. And then, you know, I got an apartment thanks to my ex, and then COVID hit, and I was actually working for his sister at the time, and so I got laid off because of COVID, and so I got to get COVID payments. So the COVID grant paid for my rent for, I can't remember, it was 6 months or a year or whatever it wasn't. They paid for my rent. So basically, I have this apartment. I don't have to work. I have nothing. I'm just in this apartment, but I was by myself. You know, I didn't have a boyfriend because my boyfriend lived in Salem, and I didn't talk to them anymore. And the other people moved to Arizona. And anyway, yeah. So after that, I was on drugs then, and after that, at some point he had moved back. My best friend had moved back once it moved to Salem. I mean Arizona. The guy had moved back, the one that I was his assistant or whatever in the junkyard, and because I got COVID money, you know, and he's just a user, but that's what dudes are on drugs. They don't do anything but use girls, and but he was the only one I really knew besides the other one who was in prison at that point. And so anyway, he moved back. I was planning on getting off of drugs, you know, because Max got me the apartment and everything, and I was like, is it okay if I get food stamps with baby girl or whatever? You know, I'm gonna have her live here part time or whatever, or come here or whatever. He's like, yeah, sure, you know, whatever you want to do. Because he made too much money anyway, so he couldn't get food stamps. So, you know, so I did. I got food stamps, and like it was literally like probably maybe 3 weeks. 3 weeks. My baby girl came over when he was at work. He'd bring her in the summertime anyway. And she'd kick it with me, and then she'd leave when he left to go home to his girlfriend or whatever. And it was tight. And I'm like, I'm gonna get off drugs. This is gonna be so sick. I can't wait. I can't wait. And then the fucking homeboy moved back and fucked me off, and it's not his fault. It's my fault. But it's just what it is in the drug addict department. And then 4 years ago, I got off drugs, and that was about 7 years ago. That part where she came and he worked there. All right, so 4 years ago, I got off drugs to be a good mom to my kids, and I have more than one. And I don't know how I always end up going into my fucking story and this stupid ass shit, but anyway, I was already connected to something that I did not give them permission to connect me to. I don't know if it's feds or if it's paid informantry or if it's FBI doing investigations or what the fuck it is, DEA, something different. But either way, like, I'm still connected in my head, and it's fucking me off real bad, like really bad. And that's all I'm going to say about that part. No, I haven't been a drug addict for 4 years. I got off drugs. I stopped smoking. I stopped doing meth. I stopped drinking half a fifth a day. When I moved, and one day I had enough. I was like, I'm done. Like my nephew literally lived in there was a 2-bedroom apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment, but the 3rd bedroom was literally the manager's office. So literally, like, the manager's supposed to live in that apartment, but they didn't. So anyways, I lived there. Yeah, right, because my ex lived right. So that's how I got the apartment or whatever. And so he could come in and go pee or whatever he wanted, through the hallway or whatever. But they had a front door on the outside, but next to mailbox. But anyways, I left the apartment there with all my stuff in it, all my pictures, all my furniture that I had earned with him for 14 years, and before that, like, everything, I left it all behind. And because I couldn't get off drugs with him coming in and out of my life, and I didn't know how to kick him out because he's kind of crazy. So I walked to Safeway. My car got ruined by him and a couple other people. Because I paid like $3,000 for my car. It was a BMW X5, 2008, and it had a major oil leak, but it was still a pristine vehicle other than that part of it. But anyway, I left everything behind, and I walked to Safeway, which is literally like half a mile. And I called my little brother. I was like, bro, I need you to come pick me up. I'm at Safeway, and I told him where, and he came pick me up, and he took me to my mom's house, where he lived, which is not this apartment, but the place we lived before this one, which was a house. And I never looked back after that. I never looked back, and I never looked back. So I quit. I quit drinking half a fifth a day and doing meth, and I did still smoke cigarettes outside or whatever, but eventually I turned into a vape pen because some angel lady came down and said, Tiffany, stop smoking your cigarettes because your cigarette smoke is coming up into the UE, which is the upper echelon, where the kids are. Right? So she's got like this helmet on or something like that. So if she's smelling it, so is everybody else. They're not just smelling it, inhaling it. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I switched to vape pens, but that was 4 years ago. March 17th, 2022. It's April 30th, 2026. So, any motherfucking ways. I did pick up drinking again once I got my disability money. Because after 3 years, them promising me they're going to pay for my apartment, they're going to give me money for a car, they're going to give me money for this, they're going to give me money for that. Just bring messages on my computer. Things are saying in my head. Like, it's like I can't prove shit. You know what I mean? It's so fucked up. And they changed my passwords to all my emails, my Gmails, my Facebook, everything. Everything I try to do, they changed the passwords to it. So, like, I can't go back and prove it, like, to send, like, a proof to, like, the cops or the judges or the FBI or the DEA. Like, I can't prove shit. Like, they just changed my shit. Because they can read my mind and know what I'm thinking, and they don't want to get in trouble. But they don't even know who I am. They think I'm someone else. Anyway, after I got my disability money a little over a year ago, I did pick up drinking again. Thank God I did not pick up the meth. Or drug habits, because I only drink by myself. It's just me. It's just me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? But like back then, like I couldn't have my daughter coming there because he was coming in and out, and because I was still doing drugs. So when she would be there visiting, I would not do drugs when she was there. You know what I mean? But I was planning on quitting drugs because he was gone, and I knew I could. I knew I could with baby girl as my motivation back then, and I failed. In that once he moved back, the quitting drugs thing, so I stopped having her visit. I stopped having her come there because I never knew if he was gonna come or not. And my ex only worked there for a couple months, and he ended up transferring to somewhere else. So it wasn't that like a big shock value to her, him, or anybody necessarily. It was just me, because I kept thinking about it. I wish she was here, and I wasn't doing this right now with him. 20 minutes. Bye. All day waiting. Drink myself to death and bring me a fifth every other day. He'd come, get high, and then he'd leave. It's literally like a 20-minute visit every day. And it wasn't on heroin, it was meth. I can only imagine what heroin addicts go through because they get sick and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and all I could think about was like I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. This is not right. Like but I don't know what to do because he's a fucking psycho, and everybody I had met in the last 3 or 4 years were friends with him. So like I couldn't, I was too afraid to talk about it. So in any case, I felt like I owed him at the same time because when I was homeless and my homeboy went to prison, he let me stay there. So I felt like I owed him like the living room. That's where he would kick it or whatever. But in hindsight, it's all just a fucking excuse. It's a facade. It's a smoke screen. It's just nothing. It's just a bunch of nothing that matters at all, other than the fact that I got off drugs by myself 4 years ago. Before I got in trouble, I never got in trouble. To be a good mom to my baby girl and make up for lost time because she was 6 years old when we broke up. She wasn't even in kindergarten yet. And, now she's in 8th grade going into 9th. But she wasn't in 8th grade when I got off drugs. She was 4 years younger than that. So 8, 7, 6, 5. She was in 5th grade. 5, 6, 7, 8. She was in 5th grade. 5th grade. Like I could still pick her up, I'd go there and visit and shit, and my family had no idea that I did drugs at all. There was no restrictions there. It wasn't like, oh yeah, Tiffany's a drug addict. Like they had no fucking clue. They had no idea that I did drugs or that I was depressed or nothing because I just hid it, And 4th, 5th grade, and it was a little dress. And then they're showing her dancing on Mother's Day. And that they changed my password and I can't even see it anymore. To my Google account. It's Tiffany143785 at Gmail or Tiffany4578 at gmail.com. And all my accounts have the same password. But anyway, I can see her dancing right now. I was a drug addict then, but they didn't know that. It was Mother's Day. She came over with my mom and my son. She's dancing on the sidewalk. My son's doing his dubstep shit. And I can't even get these pictures of these videos back because these fucking faggot ass bitches. Pichiota. Chico de madre. Whip a tower. Anyway, all I'm trying to do is like clean my room, and I don't know why almost every video I make, they make me go back through my timeline a little. Oh god, that's not wasp legs, right? Oh, what's that little black thing? Thing's hanging down. If you've ever seen a wasp or a yellow jacket, if they have the legs hanging to the bees, yeah, it's one of them bites you and keeps stinging you over and over again. Anyway. Yeah, well, in my brain, WASP stands for Washington State Patrol, but I don't really know what it really means in the military. Anyway, so moving on. My baby girl is now 14 3/4 old, getting ready to go into high school now. And I have been a drug addict for 4 years. I picked up drinking like a little over a year ago once I started getting my disability because I can't explain how depressed I am about what I can't prove and how I'm connected to something that exists but it doesn't at the same time. And they're telling me to read this, but I don't really know why because I don't have viewers. But hold on a minute. Okay, I kind of forgot this was supposed to be a battle rap, sort of. It was just something I wrote down and forgot. Okay, so this is probably not going to come out right, just so you know. Says, you be flashing the P like it was a 9. I ain't irregular, we just stuck in the grind. I know it's familiar, something wrong with your mind. Looking in the mirror, you seek what you find. You don't like what you see, bumping and beat downs, tripping or trapping, covered face like a sad clown. You get all anxious or nervy when I come to your town, frontin' to your face, homies don't want you round. I be smoking that loud, all shiny and new. You be poking and joking. It is what it do. I be drinking earthquake and a screwdriver too. I used to start cars trying to pretend to be you. Gosh, oopsie doopsie. Now we got sparky wires. The way we be riding kinda gets no admirers. You be lighting a flame, I be putting out fires. They say I'm the truth, but all I see are some liars. You dirty like a ditch witch, grave digging. My name's a rifle. Switching up your shit, bitch, snitching. Browning ain't your rival. You can't tell the truth. Your paperwork left me stifled. Your new name is DOA, pronounced dead on arrival. Another thing, I am a ghostwriter. I used to be one anyways, and I never actually submitted to anybody, but what it means is that I write poetry that if you have skills, you can take it and turn it into whatever you want. Like you can switch up the words or whatever. You know, like a real ghostwriter is somebody who writes in the background and gives it to someone else, and they get to use it like on stage or on their CDs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like but my shit, it doesn't. A lot of times I write it so it's not just fitting me. It's others too. You know. Where it says. Says, you dirty like a ditch witch, grave digging, my name's a rifle, switching up your shit, bitch, snitching, Browning ain't your rival. My last name is Browning, And if you know what that name is, you know it's about hunting. There's rifles, there's ammunition with the Browning on it. Yeah. Like my dad took me shooting when I was a little girl. Like he's literally behind me, holding my arms, holding this rifle. You know what I'm saying? He's like, there's gonna be some kickback. I'm all, what the flip is a kickback? But I'm like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. You know what I mean? He's like, there's gonna be some kickback. You might get a little bruised, but I got you. You know, you won't fall over or whatever. He's behind me. He's basically bear hugging me in front of him. We're aiming at this target. You know what I'm saying? It's like boom, like ow, what the flip? Fucking pull your fucking shoulder off your fucking blade when you're fucking little. You know? Yeah. He was one of those. He had like this big burnt orange truck with no power steering. And I don't know why I didn't have power steering, but anyways, it was a 4x4. And he had those gun racks in the back. You know, those gun racks from back in the day. You can't have them now, but you used to be able to back then. And, you know, they'd have guns on them, like rifles or whatever. I had our last name on them. But anyways. Right. I was depressed. My daughter was leaving the country for the first time, or even getting on a plane for the first time by herself at her school. And I was kind of freaking out a little. Not that I was really freaking out. I was just depressed that I couldn't be with her. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the first time I got on a plane was go see my dad in Arizona. And I was the same age as her. And I was so excited. Like, I'm so excited. Like, it was not a big deal. You know, my mom was there and she took a picture of me and everything. But anyway, yeah, 8th grade going into 9th. But anyways, or maybe I was already in 9th. I can't remember. It might have been in summer after 9th grade. But anyways, you know, and you know, she's with all of her friends that are going to Asia. They went to Asia. They went to Asia. Like, have you ever looked at a map? North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and wait, North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and Asia. Don't forget Antarctica, and don't forget Australia. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and Asia. Like, if you lay it out, it's like on the other side of the hemisphere, over there, like way over there. Holy shit! Like you're talking a 16-hour flight, and that's split in two. You know what I'm saying? It's a freaking far away plane ride. Anyway, and you know, we all gave her hugs. Me and my ex and her stepmom's there, and she gives them all hugs, and me too. And you know, she's acting tough or whatever. And then she ends up calling her dad or whatever because she said some weird stuff. I can't even tell you what that wasn't about. But anyways, then he's like, here, your mom wants to talk to you or whatever. And I was talking to her, and I thought she was crying, but she wasn't. I was like, you're being strong, right? Because I told her about turbulence. I was like, you know, I've been on a plane a couple times. The only thing that I didn't like was the turbulence. I don't get scared. It does feel like you're going to crash, but you're not. It's just part of the situation. Anyways, I was like, are you doing okay? She's like, yeah, I'm doing okay. But I thought she was crying, and so I started to cry. She's like, don't worry, Mom. She's like, if anybody says anything, I'll just tell them my mom's got guns. I was like, oh, my baby. She's being tough for me, being tough for her, being tough for me, being tough for her. In an alternate reality spirit world. Or whatever. So anyway, she had a good trip. She lost her camera, though, which was absolutely devastating to her and me as somebody who captures everything on pictures. Yeah, as a Canon, like an actual camera, not her phone. It was pretty fucking depressing. And then right before she left, we went down to the waterfront, and there was these pretty pink blossomy trees, right? She has to specifically go down there to take pictures. So I took her down there, and I'm scared to death, right? I'm like, you want to go where? Downtown? Like, I'm just freaking out because I don't drive downtown. I don't. Like, I've literally went downtown like twice, and one time I got lost and ended up somewhere fucking different in Beaverton. The other time I ended up on a one-way street facing a tram on the
the railroad thing or whatever they're not. It was the scariest shit you've ever seen in your life. And I don't know my way around down there. And but anyway, she's like, yeah, we're gonna go down to this. So you're gonna come and you're gonna bring the food. We're gonna eat some lunch, and then you're gonna take me out to ice cream, or us out to ice cream, and then we're gonna go downtown and take pictures down by these. Or she didn't say downtown. We're gonna go to this place and take pictures by these pink trees. I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Like I didn't really think about it, right? And I get there, and she tells me where we're going. I'm just sitting there like, you want to go where? What? Like, I literally was just ready to quit. I'm like, just so you know, I don't feel good. I need to go home right now. He was super scared. But anyways, it's not as scary when you have a passenger. Both times I was in the car by myself. But anyways, she's like, I know how to get there. Whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, are you sure? So, and lo and behold, on the way there, my MapQuest starts not working right. And, between her and I, we figured out how to get there, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. But, the drive there, whatever, we did find a parking spot somewhere a little further away. But anyways, we took pictures down there, and she climbed up in the tree and everything, and took pictures. And there's so many people there, like taking pictures by the trees. And there's these like, I don't know. Anyway, it was super awesome day. But those memories are gone. Because we don't, I'm not really saying like she's sad about the memories not being there. It's more about the pictures of that day and everything before that she had on there that she hadn't uploaded to her computer yet. You know what I mean? But, in my mind, I'm thinking like we don't have very many, awesome, fun days, captured on anything. And so when she lost her camera, I felt really bad on top of her pain for that. But anyways, I think she's probably over it now. I wish I had money to buy her a new one. No, she got it for Christmas last year, and her dad spoils her, as she should be spoiled because she gets good grades and she's a good baby girl. You know what I mean? 14 years old. She's good, head on her shoulders, smart as fuck. My daughter could read and write before she went to kindergarten. Like, we literally kept her out of kindergarten in Vancouver, Washington, thinking she could just skip it and go to first grade. I don't know why I'm saying that see-through, whatever that isn't. Appendage. That's weird. But anyway, I know, I just looked it up the other day. It's like, in Portland, Oregon, you don't have to go to kindergarten if you don't want to. I'm okay, well, anyways, it's fine. She's a year behind just like I was, but in the age department. But anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. This is so annoying. You know how annoying this is? Like, I can't even control what they say out of my mouth every time. Like, I'm just trying to make like a normal funny video or do something fun, or they end up fucking telling my story over and over and over and over and over again. It's just annoying. I'm like, so what are you trying to do? Like, keep us crying a little? Or, you don't like me with makeup on? Or, I don't even have makeup on, right? I got a little bit of waterproof mascara on at that. I know my eyebrows are, that one's almost gone. Yeah, because I dye my hair dark. I'm a blonde. Imagine that, rabbit's foot. I've been dyeing my hair dark for about 22 years. I'm not a bleach blonde, but my eyelashes are not. You can't see them, and you can't see my eyebrows either. But my hair is like dishwater blonde. It's not even like a pretty blonde. It's just like a weird blonde. It's like, so are you blonde? Your hair dirty, brown? I don't know. But the ends always get really light in the sun. Yeah, but I dye it dark, and now it's falling out, and I'm not sure if it's because chemo or if it's something different. But I don't have very much hair left. Nothing. They're just giving me a heart attack over here. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna end stream and start a new one. I don't know why, but that's what they're saying that I need to do. It's an hour and 15 minutes in. I love you, everybody in the UE, up in the upper echelon. Jesus types, the cops, the judges, the DEA, fuck you feds, cops, judges, DEA, FBI, CIA, and those people, Interpol, criminal court skills, internal affairs. Thank you. If you do believe in me, and are helping up there in the alternate reality that exists that we all pretend doesn't. I appreciate you very much. It's been 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. That is literally 12 years worth of 8-hour days worth of work that you guys have been doing off me. It has been tormenting me every day because I'm not doing what you're looking at with my name on. Okay? All right. Love you guys.